When I was little, I had trouble communicating, so I would look down at my feet. I had trouble speaking, so I'd be at a loss for words. And I didn't have confidence, so I would hide. I was that girl who was standing before you, the girl who was silent and afraid, the girl who trembled behind her mother's back, afraid of meeting new people. That was me. But that didn't last forever. Soon, I joined dance and theater, and I began to open up to the other kids, say hi to my teachers, and I was combating my fear. No longer was I afraid of speaking. And because of that, I grew as an individual. The turning point in my life was in 7th grade when a speech and debate team opened up at my school. Initially, I had joined just to occupy a little bit of time. Little did I know that a little bit of time meant near all-nighters as a middle schooler researching the effect of taxes on America. And that I'd find my passion of speaking. And that really helped me. Speaking is very important. And I also learned the importance of communication. Every day we communicate with people, whether it be a simple greeting or an insightful discussion about an influential novel. It starts at the coffee shop, and the barista asks, "Would you like cream and sugar? Would you like the hazelnut or the caramel syrup?" Oh, you just want it plain. And many people get nervous at the questions like these, especially as they see the line grow behind them, full of angry, half asleep, caffeine-deprived customers. Do you know people like that? Or is that person you? Think of the time when you wanted a salary increase, a raise from your stern boss. Would you ask your boss for the raise? If you're confident in your abilities to communicate, then you would ask, and you could get the raise. You could support yourself and your family, and you would be happy. But what happens if you don't ask? We ask the question, could it be done? Could you have received that raise? Could you have been able to support your family and your friends? We don't know. And we won't find the answer unless you ask. And that's why it's so important that we communicate with others so that we can help this happen. Now, communication is very important. And we look to the passionate speaker and Nobel Prize winner Malala, who spoke out against the injustice of a lack of education for girls. She was then targeted by the Taliban and shot for her ideas. But she didn't let this stop herself. Instead, she took it as an initiative to speak even more about the problem. And directly as a result of her efforts, the National Assembly ratified Pakistan's right to free and compulsory education bill. And this was all because she spoke about the injustice. She communicated, and she stood up for what she believed in. Now, it'd be wonderful if everyone can do this, if everyone can share their ideas, because we're all talented people. We all have ideas that we believe in, ideas that can change the world, just like Malala. And now, Malala is an advocate to those who have been denied an education. It'd be wonderful if we can do the same thing as her. For the past couple years and summers, I've been an assistant debate instructor for a local debate camp. And the first exercise of this week-long program was to have the students recite their alphabet in front of the class. While many students jumped up at the opportunity to speak before their peers, many stayed at their desks, cowering, afraid. But soon enough, it was their time to speak. And they would go up and stand before their class, about ready to say their alphabet, and you can see their hands clenching. You can see them shaking, getting nervous, avoiding eye contact, and talking so softly that they couldn't be heard. But then they would say the letter Z, and the whole class would erupt with applause, reinforcing the idea that that student could speak before a class. The class would then give the student a statement of positive criticism and a way to improve the performance. And the student would get up one more time, get in front of the class, get ready, and say their alphabet. But this time differently. This time with gusto and confidence. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then they began to smile. They were confident in themselves. And this is the confidence that we want for our entire community. I'm still on the path to gaining total confidence and being confident in myself. Sometimes I go into a coffee shop wanting a mostly plain iced coffee, maybe some cream, no sugar, and the barista asks if I'd like to try the new item on their menu. 5 minutes later, I come out with a spiced caramel, pumpkin, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry frappuccino with whipped cream. Because in that moment, I was a deer in the headlights, and I didn't know what to expect. And with that, I learned that I need to be a good listener. I'm still working on that. But it's so important to become a good listener. It's really important because we need to create opportunities for people. Everyone has their own unique talents and ideas that they want to share. But it starts when we listen to people. Bugs, spiders, spreadsheets, and zombies, they're all fears that we have. But speaking doesn't have to be one of them. We should all be able to speak and tell our ideas and communicate with confidence, to express our ideas with clarity. Programs such as mock trial, speech and debate, theater, they all promote the progress of communication and allow people to connect with other people and to share their ideas. But you don't need to open a debate team or start a theater group to get people to communicate. It starts with you. It starts when you create opportunities for people to speak. So I ask you to talk to your child, your friend, parent, acquaintance, coworker, anyone, and talk to them about their day. Ask them if the sky is blue. Ask them if I should have worn the yellow dress or is this black one okay? Ask them anything. Tell your kid to order the pizza for dinner. Just talk to them and value their opinion and make sure that they know that, so that they can develop their own communication skills, so that they can talk to other people and do the same thing. I grew up as the girl who would hide behind her mother's back, the girl who trembled in fear when meeting new people, the girl who was afraid to speak. But people gave me the opportunity. They gave me the opportunity to speak and to communicate with other people. I still have many roadblocks, and I'm still on my path to becoming a better speaker. And I'm always nervous of my hair being a mess, having my shoelaces untied, or having spinach in my teeth, because it happens often. I'm okay with standing here, talking to you today. Everyone can learn to speak, and everyone can do it. It starts when you create the opportunity.